Hold on, guys. Here we go. Looks like we lost our stream. Hold on a second, guys. Let's see. We got them. All right. I think we are good to go. This is good. There we go.
Sorry.
That was
Was
weird.
that just me or was that everybody?
Everybody.
Was everybody? Oh, I turned off my phone,
Okay.
or I exited and came back. I broke it. I broke it with my Baja MTZ.
Yeah. No, that was everybody. Yeah, it was weird. Everyone just like timed out and stream ended. So crazy.
But now my earbuds are working, so that's weird. Anyway.
That's awesome. Well, I lost
I guess there's
Wyatt.
another build.
Here comes,
I'll come back.
Here comes Wyatt. We got to sign off. That way we can get other people in here. So we got Emerson waiting in the green room, and we've got, let's see, is Ethan here yet? Ethan's not here yet, but Ethan, go ahead and call in now. I'll let Wyatt sign off first. Wyatt, where can we find you?
You can find me at Instagram. It's Weasel Motorsports, or and my second page, Weasel Motorsports Racing.
Awesome.
And I do have a Facebook page.
Oh, that is you.
I'm not very active.
Cool, man.
Well, welcome
Awesome.
to the team, Wyatt.
Thank you. It's an honor. Super pleasure. I can't wait to see what amazing stuff we can cook up for this year.
That's one thing that I want to touch on that's
too.
really cool about the team is it's cool how we feed off each other and how we have already started, making things together kind of a thing. I'm really appreciative of that. So Chris, why don't we – oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Wyatt. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say I'm happy to be able to be a part and, whatever our ideas come together combined. I know my goal with this chassis is to push constant triple digits in speed for this year. And
That's crazy.
hopefully with you guys I can do that.
That's crazy.
So that's going to be that's my big goal for this year.
Right on.
Hopefully that motor mount Andre's lasering will hold out.
It's a lot of power.
Better make a couple of those things.
Yeah, there you go. So Chris, where can we find you?
Instagram, Facebook, RCing Ducky. Pretty easy to find. I have a pretty unique logo, so it pops out of there. It pops out of the crowd. So,
right on. Well, cool, guys. So I don't mean to hang up on you, but that's what's going to happen. So,
all right. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man.
Thanks for coming this year, Chris. On the team, thanks for coming back.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
No, I'm saying thanks for being on the team, coming back for another year.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. I have a blast. It's a great time.
Right on. Cool, guys.
All right.
Well,
good night.
Thanks for coming on, and have a good night, man.
Thank you.
Take it easy. And then let's see here. We got both of them out? Okay, so now I'm going to throw, let's see here. There's Ethan. All right, so let me see. Why don't I put Ethan over here? Bam. And Emerson, you're going to come in right here. Boom. There you go. What's up, Emerson?
Ooh.
New guy.
New guy. What's up? Do I look as huge as you like? Yeah.
Can you move yours sideways?
Yeah.
Your phone, or is it your phone or your laptop?
It's my phone.
Can you rotate it sideways?
Oh, am I sideways right now? Is that what's happening?
I think that'll work. Hang on a second. Let me see what I got.
Hold on. Let me get the orientation right here.
There you go.
There you go. Now we can make it look in the grid here.
You guys were sideways. I don't know what was going on.
Cool. There you go. Good to go. All right, let me run through these real quick. It's gonna change something up here. So let's do number 2. Emerson. Number 1, we're gonna do Ethan. Bam. All right. There we go. We should be good to go. Andre, I think you're still down here. Nope, that's my iPad. There's
That's
Andre.
not me. There I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, this is a lot to do on the fly. I feel like I need like 5 people running the board here for me.
Yeah, you're doing it well. You're doing it well.
All right. Hey, we got Trailer Trash RC in the house. What's going on?
Hello.
All right. So, Emerson, you're the new guy, so I'm going to throw you in the fire. Tell me a little bit about who you are and how you got into RC.
Kind of change of pace in life, basically. With I moved back to my hometown that I hadn't lived in for 10 years, and that being said, kind of shifted basically my main hobbies, and got into RC. Yeah.
Right on. Where are you located?
I'm in Bend, Oregon.
Oh, okay, so you're near. I say near, but I'm north of you, so I'm north of Seattle, near Stevens Pass.
Right on. I've snowboarded at Stevens Pass before.
Yeah, it's a nice little place to ride for sure. So, and Ethan's actually closer to you than I am. So,
Yeah, I'm just south of Seattle, a little ways, so yeah, I'm not too far.
right on.
Pacific Northwesters.
Yeah, representing it for sure. Right on. So a change of hobbies. So, how long have you been in the hobby?
I want to say a little over 2 years.
Nice. What was your first car?
Yeah. The first car I got was an SCX 10-2, and it was a 2017 JK, the red one.
Okay, that's cool.
Red one.
The red one.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of time researching prior, probably like months before I pulled the trigger on getting anything.
Who did you watch on
And
YouTube?
at that time, what's that? Yeah, lots of YouTube, tons of
Yeah,
YouTube.
I know. Well, before we got ours, I was all into RC Sparks, and I'd watch Tony on CC, and like I'd be watching all these guys, like being like, "Ooh, which one am I gonna get? Like, which one fits our family the best?" So, and then it just went all downhill from there.
And yeah, it's crazy how much it's grown. Just I realized that I kind of got in at a point where it seems like it's really kind of blown up, and it's just gotten more and more popular and more options.
Yep. So have you always been? So your craftsmanship's pretty on point, right? I say pretty on point, but I mean it's really good. So, like, have you always been into like model making or and things like that, or when did you start noticing that you had that kind of niche for craftsmanship?
I've done pretty much most phases of construction throughout my life, at one point or another. And I'm a framer and a sider, and we do a little bit of everything. So my day to day is, cutting parts and measuring things precisely, and it kind of just they go hand in hand with this hobby, and the options are just limitless. Like you're only limited by your creativity,
Yeah.
and I love that about RC, and I love all the parts, which is why I chose my name to be Amalgam, because it's a mixture or blend. And to me, you get, you got some low volt electronics that you're working on. You're possibly welding. You're working with plastics. Like there's just so many facets to it, and it's really fun to be able to dabble with them all on a small scale, so you can actually do it all without having to, be a master at each one of these things. You can kind of do enough to make it work.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, and that's one thing that I had. I guess it wasn't on my show. It was when I was on O Canada. We had Fleur de Lis RC on, and we were talking about how it's cool because you get to like experiment on something tiny, or be outside the box on something tiny rather than like doing it to your one-to-one car, right? Where it might cost way too much, or it might just be like way too absurd to do that to your one-to-one car, but a little tiny car you could do it all day long. So it's cool that you kind of have that kind of vibe on that kind of stuff. I'm gonna hop over to Ethan real quick so I can see what he's been up to.
Hello.
So what's going on, man?
Yeah. What's up? Not much. Just been doing a lot of comping lately, doing a lot of the scale comp scene, trying to, build trucks for that and do that a lot.
Yeah. So I got a question about that. So I see the banner up there, but I'll let you call out the name and the Instagram for the group that you're comping through and crawling with.
Yeah, it's Pacific Northwest RC Crawlers. Found them on Facebook, but yeah, we got a huge group right now. Bunch of dedicated crawlers, bunch of talent, and bunch of builders in this group. A lot of us from all around Washington, really just going around Washington doing comps. A lot of the guys trying to get into like the national scene. So there's a lot of competition in there, which is pretty cool.
That's crazy. So that's one thing I've noticed about that group is that it is all over the place in Washington. Like it's not just like the other group that I'm a part of is up north, and it's pretty much up north for the most part, and it gets south to like the RC hobbies, down there, or radio control hobbies down there in Covington for the U4 racing, but for the most part, it doesn't go that far south. But you guys are like all over.
Yeah, we're going like all the way up to Anacortes, down into Oregon by like Molten Falls, and then all the way up to like Entiat, Washington, which is close to Spokane. So yeah, going all over the place, trying to get everybody in Washington involved in the crawling scene. Trying to get everywhere around the state to hit at least close to home for everyone.
Yeah. So I haven't crawled with your group yet, and I plan to this coming one that you guys got going on. And luckily, it seems like things are going to be loosening up a little bit for us anyway up in Washington. Things are finally starting to kind of loosen up a little bit. So my question for like people, so like I consider myself a noob when it comes to crawling comps, right? Like I've been to them, but I'm not consistent. I've got kids, so that's like part of the inconsistency, right? But like for instance, my kids are into it and they're capable of crawling. When it comes to a group like yours, what's the entry barrier to like just getting out there and crawling for fun? Like, do you guys have any like scale runs, or is it all going to be like Sorka hardcore? I'm just trying to see like for like a new person coming in, that's not too like scared to get into it.
Right on. Yeah. So with this group, it's all our meetups are all Sorka stuff. Within our group, we do a lot of like trail runs, just like on other days. We got a huge group and huge community of that follows. We, go on trail runs almost every week. But yeah, our, once a month meetups are only Sorka stuff. But we usually try to keep it pretty newbie friendly, I guess. We have barbecues, even if you're not the best crawl in the world, it's kind of, just come out and hang out, eat some good barbecue, drive some RC cars. If you got the kids, we're actually starting like kids comps. So like
that's
for
cool.
the younger kids, we'll have their own course where they can, do their stuff, compete with kids, their own age, and not have to like do on the super with everyone else.
So what you're saying is my kids are going to be the ringers in this program. So
Trained on a taco trail.
Yeah. My son every now and then, it's funny. I have a video of him being like, all right, you got to get your wheels over to the right. He's like spotting me as I'm going up this thing. And he's like, and rock it up and then hit it when you get, I'm like, come on, man. Like, I got this.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
It's cool that they're thinking about that though,
Oh yeah, no. It's what's really cool is watching them kind of see the lines. You know what I mean? Like, so they see the lines and they're like, they see that maybe they're not being successful on this line, and then they'll take a different line and they'll talk to each other about it. And we're we're getting good at trailing, but they haven't had a lot of experience yet on going through the gates. They did
Okay.
last year, but it was more of just like trying to do it for fun, not actually comping down on it. So I think this spring we're going to get pretty hardcore into it and see how that works out. So,
Sweet.
Emerson, do you do much comping, or is it more just trailing for fun?
In my area, there's not a contest scene going on at all, which is sad because there's a ton of people involved. I'm in several Facebook groups within the area and have been pretty much since I got into the hobby. And yeah, nobody, like, people will go trail and run gates, but not, they'll just set up like a designated route that is
Right.
mapped out. So when you have a big group of people, if you're falling behind, you know where to go, kind of thing.
Sure, sure.
Um, but yeah, sadly, I know up in the Portland area and in the valley, there's definitely some contest action going on. Yeah, that would require like some traveling and stuff. I feel like if it was around, I would possibly be something I would be really into. But as of now, yeah, just kind of trailing, and I'm always exploring to find new spots all the time, pretty much. And there's some good rock. It's very sharp and jagged,
Yeah,
volcanic rock
yeah,
typically around, and and that's the other thing is if you want to put some time in, if you find an area out in the national forest or something, and there's the possibilities are endless. It's just you got to build some trails,
yeah. That
Um,
place at Bend
so
out there is gorgeous, man. Like I want to get back out. So I actually bought. I was bummed when we bought our plasma table. It came from a company in Bend, and I was supposed to go out there and get trained on it and all that. But then the snowstorm came.
ArcLight,
Yep, yep.
yeah, I actually when I moved back, I interviewed for a job there,
Oh, right on.
and I ended up framing and siding instead, but it was like an kind of an entry level metal prep basically is what you'd be doing,
Sure.
but really cool. And small world story, the owner of the company, I ended up siding his house.
Oh, how funny.
Strangely enough. Yeah, it's a small it's a booming little city, but
Yeah,
it's still got some small town
yep.
vibes going on, like you'll end up through one person, everybody.
So this last summer, we actually thought about picking up and setting roots over in somewhere around Richland to Bend, like somewhere in that area, just because it's a hold for what we're doing out here. We can get like 6 acres and a much bigger house and all that kind of stuff out in that kind of like
Yeah.
area, and have my own big trail out there and my own shop out on my property. It's ridiculous how prices are going through the roof out here. So
Oh yeah, yeah. This town. I mean, I grew up here, so it used to be, when my family, when I mean, I wasn't born here, but I moved here when I was 9 months old, so I've been
okay.
here ever since then. But there was one or two radio stations, and they were country, and that just goes to show. Just it was a small town and very hick. There's a
Yeah,
lot of outside farm areas, which I mean, no hate on the Hicks at all. I'm
right.
basically redneck of sorts anyway. So yeah.
Right on. So Ethan, what do you got going on? What's fresh on your table,
Right
build
now,
wise?
well, build wise, I got the kind of the Capperstein back in action here. I got rock bouncing
Nice.
in U4 that starts in the next couple weeks here. So again, my go fast rigs all put together again. There's that, and then I've got a unlimited rig up on the wall there that I've got to finish up. So getting ready to go fast again.
Right on, man. That'll be cool. I want to try that
Yeah.
one of these days too. I haven't really had that opportunity, but I think that's something that I want to try out for sure. I'm not sure which rig I was going to do it with.
Yeah, Work just opened up their races again, so we're starting to race again this month. So
Yep.
should be fun.
That'll be cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I saw they're doing one at Boxcar this weekend. They're doing a little
Yeah,
Sorka comp out there. So
yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be able to
I might.
make it.
Oh,
You
oh,
might
yeah,
go?
I might go. Yeah,
Let me know if
fun
you
to do.
go. I'll see if I can make it jet over there. But I don't want to
Change,
go
change your
out.
plans. Ah!
I know. Well, the problem is that the weather's been so crappy. It's like going with kids to a
Yeah.
crawl comp. Like they're going to be sitting out there just wet rats, just hanging out. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah,
who wants to do
Like a
yeah.
that?
I was at a comp crawler this past weekend up at the slab, and yeah, we were getting rained on the whole time. It was miserable.
Yeah. Next time you go to the slab, hit me up because I am definitely. I've never been to the slab, and that's somewhere that I totally want to go. Like real bad.
It's such an awesome spot for Washington. Like it's so much fun.
Yeah. I definitely want to go out there. So Emerson, what do you got? Do you have anything you can show and tell us about nearby?
I got a couple. I got the Power Wagon right here, and I could move you. I could move you over to the table, but it's pretty much in the state that it was in the photos that I've recently posted on the gram. But here's this guy. I still got to do a couple things. I really just foam and need some stiffer foam in the front with just how heavy it is.
Sure.
But super pleased with how well it works. A huge thing with my builds is, I want it to function the way that you feel like it should. That's also why I've kind of like stuck with Lexan just to keep it light, and
Sure.
and then it's all about just compensating. Like trying to keep all the weight as low as I can always, and compensating for it down low with maybe some brass or whatever it takes to make it roll, and then testing. Of course, before I get crazy and buy every single part, I'll maybe get it rolling and then take it out and see what it needs, and then just go from there without, you don't want to, you can definitely go overboard. A little is a lot when you're working on something that's so small.
Oh yeah, for sure. So on all the cage work, did you do? Talk us through your metal work on that a little bit.
So honestly, crazy story behind it is I basically fitted everything by holding it together with magnets for the most part. Like I basically cut most all of it before I welded anything together.
Sure.
And I had just a simple little handheld, tube bender, pipe bender that I did the two upper, like these two buddies right here.
Yep. Yep.
And then this, I pretty much just pinned it down to a table and screwed a bunch of screws into a piece of plywood that held it in place with, drew a stencil of the shape and then just worked it. And it was definitely super difficult to roll it that way, but
you need to get
just,
a pipe.
Time.
Get like a PVC pipe or something like that and wrap it around. That's how I did all my bends for the most part. Or get a steel pipe, like a Schedule 40 or something like that. And then once you pin that down, you can just roll it around and get the right radius. It's definitely helps out. That bender that I was showing on the chat the other day, dude, that thing is like changed my life. Like Andre will tell you about that. I know.
Yeah. I definitely was looking at that. I have like the Mighty rod bender now.
Yeah.
Will help.
The only thing is you have to make a base, basically. So as you can see, mine's welded to this plate with some etchings and some numbers in the corner. Oops. But it's super good. And what's cool is it comes with some different dies too. Besides the radius dies, like bigger diameter circles, it also has this weird looking trapezoid thing, which is really good for making sharp, like 90-degree bends, like for the light bar that I made for the gatekeeper. So this is, definitely I would recommend this bender. I also have a Northwest Scale Designs, that big, giant, expensive one. I don't really like it. I like this one a lot more, to be honest.
It's so easy to use. Yeah, it's super easy to use, man. So that's what I noticed.
Yeah, you get that consistency. You can,
for sure.
You can the stopper and just keep making the same bend, which is just immensely helpful.
Even
Tons of what it's for me, it's like a lot of like eyeballing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fit wise, it's like put it up there, make sure you give yourself a little excess, file it a little more, like put it back up, like recut it, which and that's what I do every day basically. And then knowing how to measure stuff too, because anybody could read a tape, but actually knowing where to place the tape and thinking about all the repercussions of what I mean, like it's all cause and effect too. But
that's what I always try
kind
to
of
tell
just
people. There's a difference between being a welder and a fabricator, and I keep on trying to tell that to like all the people that run through. I take on interns and stuff at the shop, and I'm like, bro, you can come out of school being a welder, that's great, but until you can actually read a tape. I've had like kids out of weld school that didn't know how to read a tape correctly, and I'm like, until you can read a tape and actually fabricate the part, that's where you can start like really making a lot of ground in your craft. And then understanding, it's like the whole, what I want to do on one of the next builds that I do is I want to actually make a lot of like drilled and tapped parts so that it's like modular, and you could do quick change stuff on it. And I really like that aspect of it, and I think a lot of people don't even know how to get down and play with that kind of stuff when it's not super difficult and the tools that you need aren't super expensive. It's just more of like being taught the correct way, or being taught the simple principle. When I was right after I was working for a while, I went back and I took a Maya 3D class at a community college just because I wanted to learn how to do 3D animation. And I was already doing 3D modeling as a professional, like doing it in like industrial design kind of stuff. And so I went in there and I was like, bro, just tell me how to make a box, a sphere, and that's all I want to know, right? And he was like, oh, that's not till week 4 or 5. And I'm like, you're gonna lose me. Like I can't sit here and like go through syllabus for 2 weeks and like all this kind of stuff. It's like I need to know this stuff. Like once I know how that, I'll stay out of your hair, and I'll just be doing my own thing and designing. But yeah, once you learn those little principles, man, it really helps a long ways. And same with building these tiny trucks. It's like once you kind of get one or two under your belt, then you start realizing, oh, I can bend it this way, or I can stack like Andre's tip. I kind of used a little bit of that, but like how you can stack two, and I'm sure you use it in framing, or where you can stack two pieces up and cut them at the same time, or bend them the same way at the same time.
Yeah, gang cutting.
Yep.
It's called gang cuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like that you can apply to making these tiny trucks, which makes your tiny truck that much better. So, but it's Crow Below is Crow Below's somewhere out your way.
Mindset.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Crow Below. He's actually out your way, somewhere in I think he's outside of Portland. So, but he's saying, yeah, it's not too bad once you get the confidence on that. Andre, you can answer this. I don't know the name of it right off the bat, but Tony's asking, what bender was that called? It's on Andre's website on scalemetalsupplies.com. If you want to link Tony, you can link to it through my thing, or I don't know if Andre has a link on his. But on
under
Instagram.
the tools we use section also.
Yep. So
go to the website, go to tools we use, and then it's brazing stuff, MIGging stuff, and then it's like general fab, and then there's like some PPE at the bottom. So it's into the tools we use section, like 3/4 of the way down.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. I think it was only I think I got mine for cheap. Like I think I got it because I think they're normally around like $57. I think I got mine for like 40 something. Like I got it.
Gotta pay attention. It's weird how much the prices change on that stuff too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I have the Amazon store there also. It's like it makes it easy, if you're going to my website to buy stuff,
For sure.
And you're new and you don't know what you need, so yeah. Sometimes you can get these things pretty cheap. And so far it's pretty tough. I mean, I've used the crap out of this one. I have had the Mighty Bender before. I'm actually on my second one of those. I kind of wore out the first one. Like the handle was starting to get kind of wobbly and it was getting all kind of grooved out. I actually sold it to Ducky, who's made some modifications to your bends and stuff. Oh, that's another thing. Let me see if I can find it. You guys can keep talking. Hold on.
All right, I'll throw Ethan on. So Ethan, what do you got coming up this spring? What are you looking forward to?
Well, one of the new things I'm kind of getting into is like the comp crawling theme. Got my new Fifth Dimension Sucker Punch chassis here. Build one of those robots.
So you're talking like motor on axle, like crazy crawling unlimited? Yeah.
Like this one's gonna be a sporty build, so there's only gonna be one motor. But yeah, those kind of crawlers.
Bro, I saw that video you posted of the guy going through the gate upside down.
Upside down, yeah.
I was like, that was so dope.
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah, these crawlers are amazing. They do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I saw it kind of starting to go that way, and I was like, wait a minute. He's going to go through that upside down. Like, I've seen people go through stuff backwards and all that, but I was like, upside down? For real? Wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. What do you got over there, Andre? You ran away to grab something.
Yes, I did. So for that, the Mighty Bender, looks familiar, right? Guys used to have the Mighty Bender. So what I'm doing is I'm going to get some dies cut so you can turn your Mighty Rod Bender into a Mighty Tube Bender. So you throw this die over the existing thing and you'll be able to work the chromoly and the mild steel tubing without painting it. So that's another cool thing I'm working on that should be out maybe in a couple months.
That'll be rad. I want to do some more. I think
that's nice. It's
go ahead.
Super inexpensive bender. You know, like you got the Mighty Bender. I'm sure you've used them before too, Pablo. So for like a $30 bending option to get something that's not a handheld tube bender.
Yeah.
And especially when you're building it like we do, which seems like all the time.
Yeah. Your hands get tired for sure. So
yeah.
I think I'm gonna save my tube or the tube stuff. So my flatbed is a tube truck, like real tube. But I think my next tube thing probably. I'm going to try to take a break from building after I get these next 3 builds off my table, and I'm just going to drive for a while. I say that now. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think my next tube one is going to be one of those like dragster cars, either a mud drag or maybe a monster truck. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to go that heavy on monster trucks. Tube chassis.
There's just so many pieces on the monster truck.
I know.
Make it look scale. There's so many pieces.
I know. So I don't know. We'll see. But I think the tubing wise, I'd like to keep it light for some of those. I really want to make like a old school. Like I forgot who it is. I think it's Scott. Might be Scott. Someone's doing a Dragula digger style dragster on Instagram right now.
Shane Scissorbro.
He's not. Is he doing the Dragula one, the one with the coffin?
Oh no, he's doing a different. He's doing some tractor drag style.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So the one that I saw is a dig. So the digger style, what that is that's with the axle that's like basically under your thighs, like the old '60s style dragster.
Like a slingshot dragster.
Yeah, so he's doing one like that, but it's Dragula. So from the Munsters, it's got the coffin on the front, or right in the middle. And oh, dude, that is so sick. Like I totally want. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like it would probably just be a shelf queen because you're not going to drive a dragster against anybody. You're not going to have any competition for that, but it would just look sick. But That's how it goes. But it says Trailer Trash is saying he needs to see this upside down car. Go look at Team Payne. Yep, go look at Team Payne. He's got his. Why don't you call out your handle right now? That way he knows.
Yeah, Team Payne RC _ on Instagram. Go check it out.
There you go. It was pretty dope. It was a nice looking rig too. Like it was.
Yeah, it was one of these chassis on a capper axles.
Okay, nice. That's crazy. Well, cool, man. So how about we shout out our junk, I would say, or whatever. So Emerson, why don't you tell people where they can see more of your stuff? That way we can kind of wrap it up a little bit. I want to try to keep these short. So real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm still building all these libraries up. and then eventually I'm going to end up putting them into podcast form because now I'm recording them not only video but audio separate tracks. So I'll be throwing them up as podcasts. So once I have probably 2 more wrapped up, I'm going to start throwing them out on the podcast so people can hear these conversations while they're driving rather than just watching them. So, but Emerson, why don't you go, man? Tell me where to find you. Anything trivial facts? I don't know. Whatever.
something to send everybody off to bed with tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now you can find my stuff at Amalgam RCS, RCs, just on Instagram. And yeah, the send off. I'd just say man, I got nothing. I got nothing good.
Put you on the spot.
I was trying to think of something smart and funny to send you guys off with, but I don't know, man. Just keep it snazzy.
Yeah, I know, right? I've been doing this now. I was looking at the thing, and I've been doing this for like 10 weeks now, the lives, and I'm like, I still don't have a good send off. It's just not working. I don't know. Trailer Trash had one for me like week 2 that I was doing it, and I totally forgot it. I'll have to go back and take a look at it, but I don't remember what it was. But it was pretty funny. How about you, Ethan? Why don't you shout out your stuff? Shout out your crew too out there so people can know where to look it up.
Yeah. So Team Paint RC _ on Instagram, or PNW RC Crawlers on Facebook. Go check them out if you're in the PNW area, Washington area, come check us out and crawl. But yeah.
Right on. And Andre, real quick, do you know, or maybe you guys know too? I'm kind of like Facebook, like I'm Homer Simpson on Facebook right now. I'm like creeping back into the bush from Facebook. But what's the name of the group that we've got now for Scale Metal Supply?
Oh yes, I think it's just Scale Metal Supplies.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I think that's it. Ducky made it. I'm still working on the page. I know I just need to post it, but I'm gonna make a page too for Instagram for like the new products and stuff. But the group is for builders, people that are building stuff, have questions on things. I post the new products. The how-to videos, the Next Tip Tuesdays. Yeah, I think it's just Scale Metal Supplies. I'm not sure exactly. I feel dumb. I'll reshare it on my Instagram story. Ducky shared it, so yeah.
When I post this, I'll put all the links down below, and I'll link to that group.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that way people can go and check that out. So check it out down there when you guys are done.
When's the next event, Ethan, for PNWRC? Is it the
February 13th up at the slab?
Oh, it's the 13th up there? I thought the next one was the 28th.
That's the U4 race.
Oh, okay. So what's going on the 13th then?
Sorka Comp at the slab.
Nice. All right.
I just got the notification today that the raffle stuff shipped, so hopefully I have it in time. If not, I'll send you guys a voucher or something. So whoever wins the raffle stuff will get, the sweatshirts. So that's the other thing too, is we got a Teespring store now with this shirt, and then the one that Emerson has. I don't know if anyway, yeah. They got some Teespring stuff now too.
Yeah.
All the sizes are available.
That was the hard thing before. Like triplets right now.
Oh yeah, here I got it. Yeah, there you go. We all got the green.
Yep. Sorry.
I also added sweatshirts too, because I know most of you guys, half the team is up in the cold area, so I got sweatshirts now also.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Good. Cool.
Right on. I think I should probably plug mine. I forgot to plug mine.
Yeah, 1.9, right?
Yeah, so we've got the RC Amigos Teespring. I guess they just changed their name over to Spring now. I got the email.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. So you can go, there'll be a link down here too where you can go pick up some shirts. We got some new ones actually that I'm probably going to drop in the next couple of days. We'll see. It's more towards the no prep scene, but it's a pretty cool little t-shirt. But yeah, we've got the I Wanna Believe shirt. We've got the 1.9 shirt. What else do we got? We got the rollover, call 911. So we got a bunch of on theme action going. So we got
we got
a
get some
bunch.
taco trail tested ones.
I know, right? Yeah, or bomb proof. Someone else is doing bomb proof, and I was like, hey, bomb proof is mine. Like we've got.
Oh, super chassis. Super chassis is all bomb proof. They got the bomb proof axles.
Yeah,
and
that's who it is. I saw that, and I was like, Darr! So. My business, my normal business has a bomb in the logo for 12 years now, so I think I got it. But well, cool guys, thank you for coming on. So scalemetalsupplies.com, at Scale Metal Supplies on Instagram. Is that the handle? I think so.
That is the handle, yes. At Scale Metal Supplies, yeah.
All right. Well, and I put that out, so it's rolling down here at the bottom of the screen, so you guys can see that. We'll have links to all this stuff down below. Guys, if you can, please share it with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Now we got a bunch of ticker stuff going. As they say, you gotta pay the bills, right? So, but hey, thanks a lot for coming on. I really appreciate it. Emerson, it was awesome to meet you. You seem like a good PNW homie, so I think that'll be a cool relationship that maybe one day we can all meet somewhere down there.
That would be awesome. Be super cool.
The Northerners.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So, all right, man. Well, I'm going to send this thing off. I'm going to run our outro, and we're going to shut it down, man. So until next time, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the community out there and our little community too. So have a good week, and we'll see you around.
All right.